Don't you know, pump it up. You've gotta pump it up. I'm totally leaving that in the video. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. I'm your host, Cobra Trading. So a lot of you guys that follow me, especially my Telegram, have been waiting for this video for quite a long time. So no crazy long introductions or anything like that. We're going to go ahead and get right into it. Today, we're going to be looking at my KMAC indicator. Link is going to be down in the description below. This is a free indicator. It's just a modified MACD, but I'm going to go ahead and explain some of the extra features of it really quickly. I'm going to keep the video to 10 minutes or less. There's not really too much to go over because I'm not going to be actually explaining how to use a MACD indicator. I'm just going to be explaining the extra things that I added to it. So that's it. If you want a tutorial on how to use the MACD in your trading strategy, let me know down in the comments below, and I can certainly make a tutorial on that in the future. For those of you that are new to the channel, thanks for tuning in. Make sure that you smash the like and subscribe button so you don't miss out on any tutorials or analysis videos that I do in the future. And with that, let's take a look at the charts. So when you first come into TradingView, obviously your setup isn't going to look like this, but the layout of TradingView is always going to be the same. Go ahead up here, click indicators, type in KMAC, and there you go. Obviously I'm the author here, so it'll say Cobra Trading. And when you add it, it might not look exactly like this. I just changed colors or whatever, but all of these settings are going to be default here. So it is slightly modified. I use 13-26-13. I find that works best with my trading style. Obviously, you can switch this to the default if you want, which I believe is 12-26-9. Just to give you an idea of that, that's what that looks like when you change it. Doesn't change it significantly, but the indicator was built around my settings. So pretty much just leave it there. So there's a couple extra things that I added here that I don't really use. I'm probably going to end up taking them out. But the main basis of this indicator is obviously you can see here that there's different colors for the volume, right? So as the bullish volume is increasing here, it's this really dark green color. And then as it's decreasing, it's that really light green color. And then over here, you've also got for the bearish side, you've got stronger bearish volume being lighter red, and then as it's starting to die off and flip bullishly, basically when the volume is flipping, the darker is the color gets darker, and as it's coming into the market and flipping over to the other side, it gets lighter. Okay, so you can obviously see how that works here. It kind of ebbs and flows. I like having different colors there. It makes it a little easier to identify when the volume is starting to drop off and stuff like that. Just, it's easier. So then you're going to notice all of these like little X's and triangles and stuff like that. So what are these, right? So very, very simple. The crosses on the top and the bottom, the green ones are going to be for a confirmed bullish cross of the MACD. The red ones obviously are for a bearish cross of the MACD. And then you've got your arrows. So the arrows on the bottom signify that the MACD has moved into bullish territory, and the red arrows on the top signify that the MACD has moved into bearish territory. So there isn't really too much else to get into this. If you don't know how to use a MACD, again, like I said, let me know in the comments below. I can go ahead and do an actual MACD tutorial, how it's supposed to be used, how the lines are calculated, and really get into detail with that stuff if that's something that you guys want to know. If not, I mean, the information is out there. You guys can read and research it. But if you want me to do a short video on it, explaining my take on it, if you like the way I explain stuff, let me know and I'll go ahead and do that for you probably next week. So there are some other things here in the KMAC indicator that you should know about. So by default, I have it use the 3 average. So that's basically just going to calculate how a normal MACD would, except it's going to take the average of the last 3 candles as well, in addition to the normal information. So that's those. These are just different calculations for lines. It kind of originally, when I designed this, the purpose of this was to basically have MACD for 2 different time frames. One for like swing trades and one for scalping, both on the same chart, so that without having to switch time frames, I could see is the overall trend bearish or bullish, and is the short-term trend bearish or bullish, like all on the same chart. I don't really use it that much anymore. I suppose you can, I mean, it still works. There's nothing that has changed about it or anything. Let me make these lines a little thicker and brighter for you guys so you guys can see this. Let me choose different colors. So the reason why I stopped using that is it just gets a little too complicated. It just kind of turns into a mess here with this many lines, but once in a while it's useful, right? Like I can tell just from looking at this, you had all 4 lines here. Not only did you have a bullish cross on the MACD, and the MACD within 2 candles or 3 candles later move into bullish territory, but you also had your long moving averages, the black and the purple, also cross bullish and move into bullish territory as well. So on this candle here, if you were getting into a swing trade on the 1-hour chart here, this would have been an exceptional trade to be getting into seeing this. But, obviously that doesn't work all the time. But what's interesting to note is that with the long moving averages, the way that they're calculated, it's kind of like a trend, and it's kind of a trend continuation indicator, right? So these crossed bullishly and they crossed into bullish territory. When that happened, they stayed in bullish territory. And as you can see here, since that happened, I guess on one of these candles, that whole trend stayed really bullish this entire time. So if you were actually trying to get into a swing trade and you entered on confirmation here of all of that stuff crossing into bullish territory, you probably would have had your stop loss below the last line of support here. You'd still be in this trade, and on spot, that's 12%. So if you had like a 2x leverage trade going on, you'd be, up 25, 30% almost right now. So that's kind of why I did that. It's basically just a trend, a very strong trend indication. But at the end of the day, you don't really need, you can probably just use one of these lines for that, just to indicate like, okay, like, is it in general bearish or bullish? You don't really need both of those lines for confirmation, but in general, this is the way that I use it. There's also a built-in 0 line here, which you can adjust the color of. Obviously, I like to have the 0 line because you guys know that I'm always harping on, is the MACD going to be going into bullish territory? Is it going to be going into bearish territory? That's decided by that 0 line, right? And the normal MACD never has that. I always end up having to put a horizontal line on the screen. And then if I change time frame, sometimes it disappears. Or if I switch to a different chart, it's not there anymore. I have to re-add it. It's a pain in the ass not having it. This way, it's always on the indicator, no matter what chart you load, it's always there. You don't have to screw around with the drawings. You don't have to worry about, oh, if I wipe my drawings off of the chart, is my 0 line going to disappear? You don't have to worry about that. It just makes it a little easier. Obviously, all the colors here, you can customize them to your color scheme. I kind of went back to this. I was getting a lot of complaints that my color scheme was too dark, too hard to read. Screenshots were blurry, which was an issue in my Telegram. I finally fixed that. So I was getting a lot of complaints about that. So I switched to just a light gray background, easy, super bold lines, really easy to read. Let me know also in the comments below. You guys know that I've had that dark, white and purple candlestick layout for years, like a really, really, really long time. So let me know if you guys like this better. Is this easier to read? Would you guys enjoy actually watching analysis videos because you guys can actually see what the fuck I'm talking about? Excuse my language. I want feedback from you guys as much as I possibly can. The channel is growing really fast. I really appreciate all the love and support, guys. If you guys want tutorials on any of the other indicators that I do, if you want an in-depth RSI video, I actually think I may have already done one. But if you want like a video on how this volume indicator works, let me know. This is a major integral part of my algorithm strategy as well. I use this on a daily basis. This is a million times better than the regular volume indicator. So let me know and give me feedback what videos and what tutorials you guys want to see. Make sure that you join the Telegram. That's where I post any public swing trades or spot buys that I do for Bitcoin, as well as altcoins. All right, guys, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. I know that it was a little shorter. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, you can easily just go into TradingView, click indicators, search KMAC. It's going to be right there for you. Check out all the links down in the description below. Let me know all those things in the comments, what you want to see for tutorials and stuff like that. So with all that said, that's about it for the video. I will see you guys next time. Happy trading.